One of the challenges to shortening this Packard frame is, if you look, you can see the frame tapers. So it's 6 inches, roughly where the cowl should go, and it's 5 inches right before the mounting point for the rear leaf springs. Another reason we're just building a mock-up. We're just never going to use this frame when the final version of this. So the other reason we're not using this frame is not only does it taper in thickness, it tapers in width. So you can see that on both sides it's narrower in front, it's wider as it goes back. So taking 16 inches out presents more complication than I don't really want to get into it. So we're just going to weld it together to mock it up. We'll make a new frame when it comes time. So I figured out where to cut to blend these odd shaped frames together. So I'm not going to try and explain it all because it makes sense to me and that's all that matters. What I did though is I found a straight part of the frame here. So I know this is straight. Here's where the taper begins. Just clamped a flat bar here so that I have a reference measurement. I found a standard hole on the frame that matches the other side, so I know that I can match. I picked the end of the straightest part, which just happened to be about 11 inches from the hole. I went 16 inches, made my mark, and I figured out what I need to cut so that when I pull it all back together, it should line up. So we'll see what happens. Now I just need to measure the other side, and once I got the other side measured and marked up, I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. Alright, I finished marking it up. Reasonable confidence where I'm going to cut. Speculating once I cut, the frame that's holding the engine side is going to go down, so I put engine hoist there holding that up. And in the back end, I'm confident it's going to tilt rearward, so I put jack stands back there to hold it from tilting. And then just as a precaution, I put some in the front. So, see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and give it a cut. Victory. So, no turning back now. There's the rear clip. There's the front clip. So now I'm just going to take a couple minutes and cut the 16 inches out of that. And hopefully, they go back together and line up reasonable. Well, I measured it. New wheelbase is 106 inches. So definitely a lot sportier. I left enough meat so I could just clamp it together. So that'll be the next thing. Fit this up, weld it back together, and we've got our mock-up frame.
Alright. Short frame looks great. What's with all the wood?
Well, really the next step is we got to figure out where we're going to sit. So we got to mock up our seating position. So we're going to do that today.
Okay. What else are we? What's next?
Let's see. Seats. So why don't you write that down?
Alright, so
We're going to do
seats today.
seating position. We need to deal with the constant flat tire problem and rolling it around.
Yep.
And then set the ride height.
Okay. Right height.
And then build the body.
The body. Cool.
Okay. So we know we want to make the passenger compartment 55 inches wide.
Right.
So let's cut a couple of these boards 55 inches, kind of set them where we want, and see what feels good and where we might want the steering wheel to be.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Do a little person. Build the body. now time to make some cuts.
We finished making a simple seat frame for the bottom that is 55 inches wide, which is how wide we want the passenger compartment. And these verticals right here represent how wide the seats are going to be. So now we're going to work on building some backs, and we'll start playing around with the exact position and mock up a steering wheel. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, let's get started. So we've got our seat backs now mocked up. So we're going to see how they fit and figure out how we can angle them so that we can have mock-up seats. What do you think, Beth?
I don't know, they don't look very sporty.
They are kind of square. Okay, we can fix that.
Yeah.
Now that's sporty.
Very.
Let's try it out.
Okay. Too short to get in.
Yeah. Not bad. Cozy. Shoulder room.
Yeah.
All right, we need to put some support in the middle because this only holds one person.
Yeah.
Now we need a steering wheel. Let's make a steering wheel bracket.
Okay.
No, just bring them over. Looks almost perfect. We got lucky. Maintaining the spending no money on this project, looking around the garage, had some old universal tube here with holes in it, and just using the bolts off the heads and some eyelets, we were able to mock up a steering shaft. So now we've got a rough idea where the steering column is going to be. Thankfully I have a crappy old steering wheel laying around. Go ahead, actually get in there and mock it up. This is going to work out perfect. Nice height, we'll have some flexibility. Ooh. Actually, yeah, we'll be okay. I got some room for my legs. I think this is going to work because I'm going to be over a little bit. So, good stuff. Ready? Ready, Beth?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go. Did you put gas in it?
I put gas in it. Try it again.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, you're going kind of fast. Slow down.
I can do that. Oh, we didn't mock up any brakes.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, the river. Beth, if we don't make it stupid, I don't want to do it.
I know.